Yes, and one of them is my most prized possession, Emmy. Do you remember when Evan was a baby, you had to put in a car seat into your car and follow the directions? Did you have to go to a fire station or a police station to get some help in one of those car seat checks to make sure it was in properly? No? Okay. Well, maybe it was a little before your time for 35 years. Maybe it was 40 years ago, 50 years ago, 40 years ago. So one year, there was a big to do about it. People all over the world were complaining about not knowing how to do it. And so a guy from a police station in Fairfax came to visit me. And he said, I think we should do stories all the time about how to work on the car seats and to get them in properly because they're all different kinds and they fit certain models and not other models of cars. And we have stories of kids who've been saved by them. I said, let's go for it. So my little consumer unit, my investigative consumer unit, we started car seat checks at police stations and fire stations. And so every week for many weeks, so that the photographers were complaining about the darn car seat stories, I would do yet another car seat check on site and do a story of somebody whose life had been saved by those car seats. And every year, the station, the bosses and the producers decide on one set of stories that they submit for a community service award. And you don't know what it is. So lo and behold, comes time for Emmy nominations, and there's my name with the car seat check stories for the community award. Well, there were three or four other people whose names I could probably name if I could remember them that you would recognize of great things they had done. And we won. And I have story after story of kids whose lives have been saved by those car seat checks. And so that's one of them. I'll give you another one. Do you remember years ago, there were rock throwers over the Beltway? It was national news. Well, one of those big rocks hit a little girl named Destiny Morris. And all of a sudden, at the courthouse, her mother was mobbed by photographers. And we call them gangbangs. I have a microphone, everybody's jostling to get a soundbite. And so after everybody finished, I said, well, just tell me how she is doing, not what you're going to do in court, but how is she doing? And she said, she's just about able to walk. Would you like to see? And so I went to her house and watched Destiny Morris take some of her first steps. And then Destiny Morris got a job. And so I went, oh, she went to school. So I saw Destiny Morris at school. Then she got this little job, and I got to see Destiny Morris at the job. And then she was walking really well without a cane or without a walker. And I got to show that. And then I got to show a 1 year anniversary of how she was doing, then a 5 year anniversary. So while that story didn't win any awards or get nominated, I don't think it was even submitted, that one warmed my heart. Her mother was just determined that that little girl was not going to live with a big disability.